Hi everyone. For my review, I watched the Telltale Heart movie, a short film directed by Eric B. Sofer. It's about 25 minutes long and it's based on Edgar Allan Poe's story, The Telltale Heart. In this version, instead of just having an anonymous narrator like the short story, the main character is a butler named Manfred. He is obsessed with doing his job perfectly and being the perfect servant, but that obsession turns into something a lot darker. He keeps saying he isn't crazy, and that just kind of drives the whole movie. What I really like about this film was the way that it built atmosphere. The lighting and the way that the house is filmed makes it feel tight and heavy, almost like the walls are closing in. The music stood out too. It's eerie and it makes you feel tense without being over the top. My favorite moment is right after the murder. The director doesn't show blood or any gore. Instead, the camera stays on Manfred's face while he hears the sound of the heart still beating. It gets louder and louder, and you can almost feel his brain unraveling. That choice made it way more powerful to me than if he would have gone more of a scared or gory sight. Now, there are a couple of things that didn't totally work for me. For a short film, it takes a while to really get going. The pacing drags in place, and Malfoy repeats the idea of his fault so often that it started to feel a little forced. Sometimes it came across like he was explaining things directly to us instead of us just having to naturally pick it up. As far as how it compares to Poe's story, the director definitely makes some changes. In the original, the narrator doesn't have a name or a job, so it's kind of timeless and vague. In this version, it makes into a butler, gives him the story a very specific setting and context. His obsession with duty and other feels more believable because we see him in that role. The costumes and the house added to that as well. So while it's different from the book, I think it still keeps its spirit of Poe's story. The guilt, the madness, the sound of the heart driving him insane. I think he did a great job on that. From the stories that we've been reading in class, we talk about unreliable narrators, and Malfoy fits right in with that. He swears he's sane, but everything about his actions tell us otherwise. On a personal level, I also connect with the idea of perfectionism. As a student, I sometimes pressure myself to do everything just right. And while it doesn't drive me completely crazy, like the film, I could see how the mindset can become toxic if it goes too far. Overall, after watching the movie and comparing it to Poe's story, I give this movie a 4 out of 5 stars. The movie looks great. It's creepy without being cheesy, and it does justice to the Poe's theme. The pacing was a little slow for a short film, but I still think it's strong adaptation. I actually think Poe himself would probably approve, since it stays true to the guilt and the paranoia of the heart of the story. I definitely enjoyed the butler, Milford's character. He also gave me very creepy vibes that you can totally even tell from his look that he was not sane at all. And if you're asking whether it should stay on the syllabus, I say yes. It's short, it sparks good discussion about how stories can change when adapted, and it makes you think about guilt and obsession in different ways. So while it's not perfect, I think it's really memorable and it really adapts to Edgar Allan Poe's short story, The Telltale Heart. So 4 out of 5 stars, yes to staying on the syllabus, and I look forward to reviewing more films.